So Finland and Norway are two really fascinating countries with different cultures and traditions that they may have. And although here on FTD Facts we have talked about these two countries in great detail and done multiple videos on them, today we are going to look at them side by side and see what is different and similar about them. And hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to FTD Facts, the channel where we talk about cultures and people from all around the world. And my name is Dave Walpole, and if you love learning about cultures and you love learning about people, you love learning about militaries, and all those awesome facts, you want to hit the subscribe button and tune in with us every single day because that's what we do here. Now, for all of our regular people who are here once again, well, welcome back. And of course, you know the drill. Leave a suggestion down there in the comments below for a future FTD Facts video because that's what we do. Now, with that being said, I want to know, what is your favorite thing about your country? Me, being a Canadian, I just love our socialized medicine. It's great. I mean, I've had a heart problem when I was a kid, so hey man, it was great for me. But let's get started. Let's first look at Finland. Now, it has a population of 5,509,717 people. And that is just a 2017 estimate, as no census has been done since 2016. Now, currently, it ranks 114th in the world when it comes to population, and it has a population density ranking 201st, with 16 people per square kilometer. Now, as for Finland, it has a vast land size, being approximately 338,424 kilometers square, ranking 6th in the world, and of that land size, about 10% of that is water. And if we bump over to Norway, well, it's a little similar, but it's also unique in its own different ways. But for its population, it's pretty much balanced, being 5,267,146 people as a 2017 estimate. Now, it ranks around 116th in the world and has a population density of 15.8 people per square kilometer, ranking 213th in the world. Now, as for its land size, again, just like its population, it's pretty similar to Finland, because it comes in a little bit bigger, equaling 385,203 kilometers square, ranking 67th in the world. However, the difference is it only has approximately 5.2% of water. Now, if we're going to talk about population and stuff, I just want to mention, guys, that we also talk about the militaries of these two countries. Now, if you guys want to watch that, you got to either hit the card that's just on the screen right now, or you can wait till the end of the video, which I will give you guys a link to. But other than that, let's just keep going and let's talk about general facts of these countries. Now, when we roll through the general facts of these two countries, we do have to look at their economy. Now, Finland uses the euro as of 2002, with 1 euro equaling approximately $1.25 US dollars. Now, for the euro as a whole, it dipped a little bit in 2015, but since 2017, it's been on the rise. Now, as for Norway, they use the Norwegian krone, and 1 US dollar equals about 7.67 NOK. Now, if we were to compare the two, 1 euro equals 9.5 a Norwegian krone. But comparing the dollar doesn't always mean that one country is actually truly better than the other, because it's all about their infrastructure and it's all about other things in their economy, such as imports and exports. First of all, let's take a look at the GDP by purchasing power parity, which is the best way to compare nations. Now, the GDP of Finland is approximately $242.44 billion, and its GDP per capita sits at a little over $44,000. Now, for these two countries, when we do get to looking at the imports and exports, we're going to use a 2016 number because that's what the OAC has last recorded. Now, for exports, it sits at $55.1 billion, being 38th in the world. And of those exports, 7.5% of that is refined petroleum, and 7.5% of that is Carolyn paper, and 3.8% of that is large flat-rolled stainless steel. As for its imports, it's pretty balanced at $58.3 billion, being also 38th in the world, with the top imports being 6.5% crude petroleum, 4.6% being cars, and 6.8% being unspecified. Now, jumping over to Norway, its GDP is a lot bigger, equaling $393 billion, ranking 46th in the world. Now, its GDP per capita sits at $72,702, which has it usually ranking about 4th or 5th in the world. As for its exports, they total $89.4 billion in goods, being 30th in the world. And of that, 26% of that is crude petroleum, 23% of that is refined gas, and of course, 7.2% of that is non-filleted fresh fish. And as for imports, it's a little bit lower, equaling $72.3 billion, being 34th in the world. And their top imports are cars, coming in at 7.1%, 3% of that is cargo ships, and 2.5% of that is refined petroleum. Now, okay, so money is a big thing, but you know what? Let's take a look at these two countries when it comes to living expenses. And we're going to look at it if you move to Finland from Norway. Because in Finland, compared to Norway, food is 30% cheaper, housing is 22% cheaper, with clothes coming in at 11% cheaper, transportation also being 22% cheaper. However, personal care in Finland is approximately 2% more, with entertainment being 17% cheaper. In total, it is approximately 22% cheaper to live in Finland than it is in Norway. But still, that don't mean much because we should also look at the debt of these two great countries. Now, the national debt of Finland in US dollars is approximately $168,254,782,000. Now, per citizen, that equates to approximately $30,750 US dollars, and if you were to put that in single bills and wrap them around the earth, it would wrap around the earth 655 times. Now, as for Norway, their debt comes in at $149,094,748,000, equaling approximately $28,861 US dollars per citizen. And if you were to wrap those dollars around the earth, it would wrap around the earth 580 times. So there you go, guys. That is a look at these two fantastic and amazing nations. And they each have their own thing going for them. So my name's Dave Walpole, guys, and I hope you had a great time just learning about Norway and Finland. Again, we just compare these things for fun. We do not want to spread hate. They are both brother countries and everything's great about them. They each have their own strengths and they each have their own weaknesses. Now, before you guys get out of here, be sure to check out our other stuff in our playlist and, of course, the military video in the end screen. And of course, if you guys are into movies and video games, you guys could check out my own channel called Picky Nerds. It's down there in the description box below. And it's just really fun videos where I look at movies and video games and I see how they could be improved. But other than that, guys, until next time, you guys have yourself a fantastic one, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. So thanks for watching, guys. Alright, so if you like learning about Finland and you like learning about Norway, check out the comparison video on their military. It's really amazing how these two individual nations operate their militaries and how they get along with other places from around the world. So feel free to check them out, and until then, guys, you have a good one. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.